Look who is in studio, folks.
What's up? In-person SaaP.
I appreciate you coming on. I know you was tired
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
I know you was tired. So I know this effort was big. Good night, folks.
Good night, good night, good
Hey,
night.
Celine. Good night. How's everybody doing? You know how it goes. All right. Tonight we're hitting one important topic, folks. We just want to talk about the agenda for the conference in terms of who's speaking and what they're speaking on, because like selfishly, that's what a lot of you have been asking, and we can understand. So it's on our website, but we know Trinis, YOLO read websites.
So,
hold up.
to kick things off,
Kick
ready?
it off. You ready?
Let's go.
Don't forget to take it for the conference. You're gonna be safe. You have to come on time, because I'm gonna be mad at you.
Goodbye,
Thank you,
Zoe.
Zoe. High five.
Good night. Take you fill out your donation sheet after. High five. All right. It's time. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear, folks. But yes, I'm always happy to have my brother in sales here with me. Just hitting the topic. So you want to talk on some stuff. So John is hearing us loud and clear. I'm assuming, just based on the volume. Let me hit across to the persons on LinkedIn. Right? I know they're hearing us loud and clear. So hit us some hearts and everything. But folks, we talk about in particular the agenda for the conference. And I know the folks on LinkedIn will see clear Instagram, you describe it to you, but we know this is what you have been asking. So, JP Cram, good night.
Gonna go like you want us to start with the theme again, and then we just
The
go
theme,
straight to the
yes,
agenda?
hit the theme.
All right. So again, we are talking about the conference this year is focused on revenue. REVENEW. And why are we looking at revenues? Because of the fact that we have recognized that organizations have three important areas of their business that are revenue generating. One on the side of marketing, which is lead generation. Two, which is sales conversion. So the leads coming in from marketing or sales professionals who are independent, you have to do your own lead generation and prospecting. And then now you have to apply those sales techniques. So then it's lead conversion. And then after you've gotten the customer, you then have to make sure you maintain that customer. So all of our account managers and customer service representatives, etc., all you all have something to do as it relates to sales, right?
Correct.
So the last one is going to be along the lines of revenue retention. So it's broken down as ACE: attract, convert, and engage. Right? So if you all didn't know what it was before, that's exactly what the theme is focusing on. And what we have done is that we've taken the time and selected a really good group. I actually feel really good about this year's group of speakers.
I would describe this here because I'm backing them. This is the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. Golden State?
There's the Golden State Warriors. As a matter of fact, let's go boldface. This is the 1998 Chicago Bulls.
Oh, all right. Top notch. So,
I'm saying it that bold.
Yeah, so what we did we're just recapping as to where we are right now. And Jared and I didn't kind of knock our heads to the ground like the last couple of years, just trying to figure out who was who. We actually opened the floor up to speakers, and we had people submit, and then we reviewed them on their LinkedIn profiles, and we reviewed the professional status. So when we talk about practitioners, you're really getting practitioners this year.
Yep.
Yeah, really getting practitioners this year. So, and now we are at the stage of
showcasing all these speakers.
Showcasing the speakers.
Hey, Mr. Baird, Jason George, good night, folks. Good night.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what we want to do today, as Jared was indicating earlier, is that we are actually going to be touching on the agenda.
Yes.
Right? So, JB, I'm not sure if you want to switch across to...
Let's switch it across. You don't have to look past the screen here. Hold on. You got to add it in like this.
Lovely.
Nope.
Yeah. All that good
Oh, we down in the corner. Lovely. Even better. You don't need to see our face. That's totally unnecessary. So, we're looking at the first segment, but I think this doesn't highlight... Actually, no. Let's go back to this. Hold on.
Scroll up a little bit. Let's see if you see the speakers.
Right. Scroll up. Lovely. So you should be seeing our speakers. So let's start off with the amazing, the absolutely brilliant
Liz J. Simpson.
Woo! go.
Unfortunately, Instagram folks, you all wouldn't be able to see this here, but we're just calling it out for you all as well.
You can head over on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You would see it live. And also, too, you could actually go on our website, salesisaprofession.com, and you would see everything. So, by the way, good night, Sean. Good night, Simon. Sean, let us know if you touch base with Janine. I know that'd be cool.
Spoke to them today.
Oh, give her the surprise. Right. Right. Next, who we have up? And let me announce this because I'm excited for this one because you know where my focus is right now, folks. I am very hyped. I'm extremely excited because we have Juma Bannister speaking. And for everybody who knows me, I am a massive advocate for video in terms of getting in contact with your audience better and building your brand. And let's talk about the importance of video. Let's highlight a couple of things that people would realize that we're not joking around when we speak about how important video is right now. Okay, folks? So let me give you an example. Everybody likes to hide behind pictures, but we've all seen from every single social media platform, they said that their focus is what?
Video.
Right. Remember Candace Thomas Henry? Right? Miss Nissan, the top Nissan salesperson. Lyndon and I always give a talk. Stop posting pictures, do a video. And she did. How much views did that video get? Unboosted.
At the time, it was 42,000 views that I saw.
Organically.
Yeah. Organic. She didn't realize how much people loved her.
So, folks, come on. Trust us when we tell you.
It wasn't a fancy video.
It was just a straightforward holding up my phone, having a conversation. Yeah. This is what we have. This is what's going on in the market. So that's what you want to highlight. So second, who we hitting on now is...
So the next person that we have up that is seeing there is Lashon Ramden. Now, Lashon is initially a member of the sales profession team from the very first conference.
From the get-go.
And Lashon has actually been supporting us on the back end. But here's the thing. If you ask around, which is what I've done, as to who would you be looking for as it relates to support on the digital marketing side, what name comes up?
Lashon Ramden.
So it was just an easy and a no-brainer for us to say, you know what? Let's just go to Lashon and say, listen, we would love to have you as a speaker.
Yep.
This time for the conference. And as soon as we said it, Lashon said yes.
And it took some twist in here because Lashon is not a fan of speaking here, but
yeah, she's a behind the scenes, get the work done kind of person, but she has a ton of knowledge that we just really need to share. And I'll tell you why, because we know that there are going to be a lot of entrepreneurs there. We know that there are a lot of salespeople who are stepping out the organization, may not be taking certain sales strategies to support you all, but you all understand that you all need to be coming out to do certain things. So this is what you all are now doing it for yourselves. So this is why Lashon is going to be so important from an organizational standpoint and from an individual standpoint as well.
And let me highlight this for everybody, which I think you all will enjoy. A lot of complaints that I get from salespeople in general, and these are two specific complaints. They think Instagram and Facebook is trash. And Lashon will tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
But again, it's an algorithm. So if you feed garbage in, you get garbage out.
Yep.
It's a simple process. So she's going to show you how to feed the algorithm the right way and get the results from those platforms.
Yep.
Right? That's what I'm actually looking forward to. And I will introduce Derek since this looks like my brother. If you think all red people look the same, we do not. We are not related. Derek is somebody who Lyndon introduced me to a while now. And what I'm actually really excited for is that Derek is actually going to be talking about how your sales team should be structured. Something that Lyndon and I have seen time and time again is that because of what happened in the pandemic, how you have to sell changes, but it doesn't only apply to the individual, it applies to the team.
Yep.
And we have seen that a lot of persons are also not suited for their roles anymore in sales.
Yes,
they can be great in account management or nurturing accounts, but in terms of going out there and hunting, it's evident that they're not great for it.
Yep.
And he's actually going to give that breakdown for a lot of companies now so that they can get an understanding how should we be structuring our team so that it maximizes the effort.
Derek is going to be sharing that information with us virtually, and he's all coming out of Cali.
Yeah, he's coming out of Cali. So
we're looking for some of the best people, and he's also has a strong affiliation with Salesforce.
Yep.
So again, practitioner.
Heavy practitioner.
Yeah. So who do we have next? We have to scroll down a little bit.
Hey, hold on.
We'll be able to see.
I'm gonna say my boy Robbie. Yes, Yellowbird. That's my boy R&J.
Right. So next we have Samantha on years. Now, Samantha is actually going to be speaking in the engage segment.
Yep.
And Samantha has a really powerful company called EXCO, where she speaks on customer experience, customer engagement, and how that supports and helps build on your revenue. Remember,
Yep.
that's the theme, right? Revenue.
And let's give a big shout out to Samantha, because let me tell you, in terms of practitioner, in real life example, when we first did our conference virtually, we first ever to do a virtual conference, 2020,
right.
we had technical issues, which was part of it. It's teething issues, it happens.
Yep.
Samantha literally just went into active mode and ensured that the customer experience levels was on point. She was absolutely brilliant.
Samantha was telling us what to do and also how to
Took
respond.
over
and
pilot
she was actually
mode.
even responding on the back end. So building that entire customer experience on the back end in a live situation, that was brilliant.
Yeah, so we owe a lot to you, Samantha. And again, we are absolutely grateful that you have graced us with your presence for the conference.
Yeah, so now to come back to speak about the things that Samantha and her company actually does is an excellent thing. And also EXCO is also part of our sponsors.
That's right. So shout out to the EXCO team. That is Samantha, Sasha.
I can't remember who the last person is, unfortunately.
It's not Chloe. I can't remember her name.
I don't remember now.
It's Costello. Her surname is Costello.
Okay.
I don't know if it's related to Craig, or am I mixing it up?
No, I don't think
I'm mixing it up. You're getting right. But shout out to the team. And let us know, folks, if you want us to pinpoint anybody in particular. But let's go on to the next one as well, who's in the same engaged category.
Oh, my boy, Sean Amora. So Sean, good night to you again. But I'm not sure if you guys, so Sean is actually a return speaker. But the cool thing with Sean is that Sean is not coming back in the same segment that he did last year. And again, this is now the diversity of the speakers that we have, because Sean last year spoke on leadership. And this year, Sean is actually in the same segment with Samantha, which is the engage segment. And Sean is coming with something pretty powerful as it relates to how should sales professionals use a particular model. And he has 7 steps in terms of engaging with your customers to do that whole customer experience. And he has a model. When I say a model, it's a model to generate and maintain your revenue.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yes. So, we have to change this title for Amali, but we'll do that after, because she's SDR now.
SDR.
Yes. So let me shout out to Amali, which is a client turned friend, my hiking buddy, which is absolutely fantastic, because one of the reasons why we brought her on is that Amali, in her previous role, which is Answer McCall, which is the capabilities and development manager, she actually built out their entire learning management system for them, which is their back-end portal for all the learning tools that the company needs. So we are actually bringing her on so she could talk about the entire tech stack in terms of what are some of the things technology-wise that companies should be using. And funny enough, I'm actually reading Tech Powered Sales, which is my new book, that number 16 I'm reading.
Right.
And it is like, it will scare you, because the opening is a frightening feature of what it looks like, because it showcases a couple things. Good night, Christine. Christina is great. Christian, sorry. It will highlight a couple of things. One, it showcases how much technology sales reps aren't using.
Yes.
Because we are overpowered by manual tasks. And manual tasks can be automated. And if you don't do it, technology will automate you, which means you are out of a job. So Amali is going to be talking about what is a tech stack and how it should be used, and what are the key things, like what is the fundamentals in a tech stack. Oh, registration just came in. Love to see it. Shadrach, good night. Love to see it. So good.
And again, Amali is a person of the soil, so she's Trinidadian. Again, same thing for Samantha and all the other speakers that we called out just now, and we will actually pinpoint the ones that are not from Trinidad and Tobago, just to give you all an idea as to how much we are focusing on local, regional talent.
Yes. Sean is Trinidad parentage.
Yeah, Sean is Trinidad parentage. Yeah,
all right.
Ask Sean, he'll tell you he's a Trinity, but he's not.
It's not his passport. It is hard.
It is hard. It is hard. Right. Next up, we have Winston Henderson. Now, here's the interesting thing with Winston, right? So Winston is coming out of Jamaica, and it's just maybe about out of 18 months ago,
Mhm.
I noticed that Winston had a particular theme to his content on LinkedIn, and it focused specifically on how marketers could better align their marketing strategies to generate sales.
Yep.
Normally, you don't hear people talking about it,
Nope.
especially from a marketing perspective.
The only other
And-
person who talks about it is this guy. Oh gosh, I forget his name. I had to remember.
Marcus Sheridan.
Nah, not Marcus.
Oh, local.
Another guy. No, another foreign guy.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the only one who talks about
This junior.
how
The-
marketing is aligned with the revenue.
I think I know you're talking about Chris.
Yes.
Right. I know
Chris
you're talking
Dini.
about, right? So Winston from Jamaica has really been singing this song of aligning your marketing teams to your sales team. So marketing would help generate those respective leads to be then passed on to sales, or nurture the leads until the leads are ready to pass them on to sales, to make the whole
Correct.
conversion of marketing lead to sales lead easier. Notice, guys, everything that we're talking about here so far is strategic on generating leads, converting leads, and maintaining your existing customers.
Yep.
So again, we are sticking to the theme of the conference. So shout out to Winston for really championing that. Oh, and he also has a pretty damn good podcast, the RAP Revenue Alignment Podcast, which
Yep.
talks about the alignment between sales and marketing. So check that out on Apple and Google and stuff like that in terms of the podcast. Who do we have next? Your people.
All right. So let's talk about it. We're missing one person here, and then you have to upload that.
Yes.
So here's the funny thing. I think I like how this ended here, folks. So we have not one, not two. We're just missing one other person, but three people from the insurance industry. Now, don't roll your eyes, because I know everybody likes to stereotype insurance. You know, and by the way, I'm one of the hardest people on insurance on the insurance industry. However, these three people, I think, are doing something very brilliant in their own aspect. So let's talk about the two that is seen on the screen. Javon Feldman and Darren get majority, and I mean like 95% and more of their business from their content on social media. Darren gets all from TikTok. Javon gets all from Instagram. So imagine that. From the sector that everybody thinks is the worst and they have the worst selling tactics, these two individuals, who I would coin, and it could be upset as you want, the future of insurance, are doing it the way that new buyers want to be approached, to be educated and to reach out on their own terms, and building trust with strangers who reach out to them not for you to convince them, but they're ready to buy. Woo!
And I'll tell you one of the things I've really liked, especially for what I've seen with Javon, is that the consistency of it.
Yep.
And I've seen both him grow, and I've seen him grow with his clientele and with his audience and everything.
Oh, let's talk bragging rights.
But I just want to make one other point, to the point where, and this is very important, I want you all to pay attention to this, right? Sales is all about growth. All about growth and excelling and moving up a notch and everything else. So when Jared told me last week that Javon is now a
Unit manager,
right? A unit manager at his organization. I felt good about that, because I remember my days of wanting to move up a notch, moving up from sales rep into supervision, into sales, senior sales leadership. And it is possible. Far too often I see sales reps stay at the same level.
correct.
You
So
understand?
it
And
is
Javon is
excellent.
experiencing that based upon his excellence and his growth and everything else. So I'd shout out to Javon for what he's been able to do.
Yeah, so I am absolutely ecstatic to have him on. Good night, folks who joining us. But I am very ecstatic. Here's the other thing I want to give bragging rights to. So both Javon and Darren are from Sagicor. They're from the same branch. Here's the fun thing. Javon raised some eyebrows the other day because he got client testimonials. He always has videos of clients doing testimonial videos. Those clients in particular, the last batch, all came from Guardian. Oh, imagine that. Imagine you're a Guardian advisor and you're supposed to see, it's supposedly your client doing a testimonial for agents and advisors.
That can feel good. That cannot feel good.
That's a slap in the face. But the thing is, it goes to show the value that he provides. Let's talk about Darren now. And by the way, this is two different styles. Javon edutains. His content is edutainment. Darren content is a lot of straightforward advice and
Educational,
information.
right.
Extremely knowledgeable person. What I really appreciate about him, his background is engineering. I always tell people engineers are the best salespeople. Why? Because they understand process, and more importantly, they spend their time refining and making the process better.
Yeah.
So hands down Tim. And then last but not least, because you're not seeing him on the page right now, I'm upset. I don't know why he's not on the page. We gotta get him on the page. We'll talk about us after. We
get him on the page.
Yeah, just shrink my head and make my head look big. It was somewhere, but like even looking big compared to Darren own.
No.
Like, no, it looks big.
I think you're just very,
I think
you're
I'm very
you're
self-conscious.
It can't be bigger than
But
Darren.
we have one of the topics that we're talking about is sales leadership, because in order to drive this ACE factor that we're talking about of attract, convert, and engage, it all stems from leadership. And
Yes.
we have Calvin Mendez, who for the last 3 years, which means from the pandemic going into it, has been the branch of the year. He is one branch of the year in Guardian. Now, you might not think that's significant, but the only person who's ever won it since Guardian has done it was Dave McLeod. And when Calvin formed his own branch from the first year he started winning it, which means that he has been able to. That's like, again, it's like the Bulls run.
Yeah.
He is Phil Jackson.
You've eventually gotten to that point and you own it. You're building
And you
your
just
dynasty.
created excellence. Yeah. So we are having a fireside chat with Calvin to talk about what does it take to lead a team consistently to perform, because
Right.
to do that and to do that in the insurance industry is not easy, and I'm sure it's not fun. And if you don't know Calvin, you're probably wondering, is he dying this year because he doesn't have a model gray hairs and he's
Right.
always smiling?
Right.
So we need to figure out what
Why is he
secrets
so
he
happy
has.
and why is he not so great?
It's happy because that's when you have a true love for your job. But we need
Right.
to understand and get those tips from a leadership perspective. What are we going to be doing with our teams to help them succeed and take this new information that we dropping in the conference? And I think that's a nice way to put the last speaker. So yeah.
And I think the most important thing too is that we're not going to have those conversations with these guys just to be insurance specific. So it's not just
No.
well, they're coming from the insurance industry, so it's insurance agents. No, we are going to be very, very specific as it relates to sales, how it has changed, and the things that you need to be doing right now that everyone can take and use for
implement.
themselves.
Yeah, because when you all hear what Javon and Darren do, and the fact that they're doing it insurance, you'll literally say, but if they
But we
get
can
into
do it.
that hard industry, I should be doing it.
Exactly.
And by the way, video content, folks, video content. They don't do pictures, they do video. Okay, folks, VEEEEDO.
And they don't sell by fear.
No fair selling. They don't. Right? And then you and I, Lyndon, the fantastic duo, what are we talking about?
So we are going to be talking about two things. One, we're going to be talking about, yes, we're going to be touching a little bit on leadership, but we're also going to be talking about conversion or
Your lead generation.
lead generation and closing strategies, right? So how do we get those leads coming in and how do we close those leads? And we're going to kind of split it up a little bit because, of course, that's exactly who we are, right? In terms of, and that is so important because that's kind of tying everything into a nice little bow because of the fact that that is what ACE is all about.
So it's a good lineup. Let us know what you think. We're pausing for a while. Let us know if you have any questions about our speakers, if you want us to touch base on one of them again. But this is our lineup. This is our Golden State Warriors. This is our 98 Bulls, folks. So
14 speakers.
14. I have no idea how we rank.
We're going to wrap that.
Wait,
So-
hold on. That's 3 rows. Wait.
Three, six,
1,
nine,
2, 3, 12.
12.
Who's it 2?
No, so it's 13. 13 speakers.
No, it's 14. Who are we missing?
No, we're missing anybody. It's
What?
13. Yeah, it's 13 speakers. That's your full lineup. The only person missing is
Calvin.
Yeah.
You keep saying 14. I've been saying 14.
So
There's a speaker somewhere we missed. There's somebody here. All right. I don't think we did, but there's somebody here. Have no fear. But it's just to show how jam-packed it is. And here's the thing, folks. Everybody's presentation is going to be varied. It's not going to be all PowerPoint. As I said, there's going to be a couple of fireside chats. There's going to be Q&A. So whether you're virtual or in person, it's going to be very engaging. That's one of the things you want to master. And if you've been to our conferences before, one thing that you'll be 100% aware about is how excellent our event planner is, which means that we ain't starting 9 o'clock Trinidad time. We
9
start
o'clock is 9
on
o'clock.
time. And we run to schedule. There are very few things that throw us off, and there's not no half-hour time. So thank you, Tisha. Thank you to the whole LTE team, because they're the ones who's going to make sure that these speakers run a very tight ship.
Yep.
Trust me, you just get the light and your mic just cut off and music just start to play if you go over your time and thing. So we don't make joke, right?
Yeah. So what you're seeing on the screen is just a breakdown of the segments.
Yep.
Right. If there are any other variations, of course, Tisha and they would let us know. But really and
Hold on.
truly,
Let's do this.
yeah, really and truly, we are. Yeah, we kind of wouldn't be able to see properly. Yeah. Also, Instagram, we're giving you a little snapshot as to what's
Yeah,
happening.
you have to finally
yeah?
see it.
So this is just a breakdown as to what these segments are going to be about. Notice that in the beginning here we have attract. This is a little bit of your lineup. Then we have convert.
Yep.
This is it here again, and then we have engage. So again, if you want to get more details, you want to sit down and really needle into this thing,
Head across to the
just go
website.
here, head across to the website.
It's
Take
here
a
with
look at it.
speakers.
The information is here. Registration is down below. Pricing is there as well. We start at 9, we finish at 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an absolutely amazing day, folks.
Yeah. Full with knowledge, one day. As Candice, so we have someone who shared some information with us today, and she was just talking about how it kind of filled her brain with so many different things, and with that, she was then able to now surpass her target for the following year. So she became the number 1 sales rep in her organization. Not sure what that was.
I don't know. Somebody calling me who's trying to interrupt my connection, folks.
It didn't come through.
I hope
Right.
not.
So for Instagram, for the Instagrammers, this is just what the speaker lineup looks like. If you want to learn a little bit more about the speakers, just hover over them, and you will see a little write-up about each speaker. You have their respective social handles there that you can go into. So again, 15 speakers, all practitioners in the space.
One amazing day.
One amazing day. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So you can let us know. Right. Let us know if, based on the topics, what is the speaker that you're looking forward to the most. As I told you, I'm very biased. I have looked at almost every single video Juma Bannister has dropped, and I cannot wait to see it in person. I have conversations with Darren and Javon all the time, so I know what we're going to be talking about. And of course, can't wait to see Winston talking real. I know the fire that Samantha brings. Akastan came in late. We're talking about the speakers for the conference, right? And of course, I've not seen Liz speak in person. She's similar to me, where she's a sales trainer and she helps people with LinkedIn.
So
and
also helps women and senior executives close big money, big deals. So
right?
This is specifically on big deals.
So it's going to be an epic day, folks. Get your tickets. It's $315 virtually, $799 in person at the Hilton, which means it's fantastic food,
excellent value.
Yep. Yeah. And we all good. Sayad, now we get some people from the FT Fafan team across there, because you know you guys enjoy every time you come through the conference. So yeah, give us some hearts, give us a little, show some love. Let us know what you think about the lineup, because again, I'm very hyped. Right? Talkie, Taiki, Mikey. As you heard, but I see some people in real and I don't know.
It doesn't.
How to get better at that. I really suck at it. I need to get better. Thank you for the hearts, but yes, we are extremely excited. We don't want to make the talk too long tonight, but yes, this is our amazing lineup. It's on our website. I believe all the speakers' artwork is uploaded on all our different social media platforms. If you're not seeing it, you'll see it up by today. If you want to get your tickets, head over to the site. If you want to bring your team, message us. We'll give you a discount once it's over 5 people, because we have like 40-something seats left.
Yeah.
And we're number about 10
person.
Yeah, we have about 14 person seats left, folks, and Linda and I are making calls, so we're selling it out. So if you don't call, you're gonna not be able to get a seat. Sorry about that. We didn't tell you all, but yeah, it's gonna be you're not gonna get a seat if you wait until the
day before,
the 13th. Yeah, we're not gonna do it. Okay.
As a matter of fact, we have to close off with our location sponsored by Tet.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hilton wants us to do that. But yes, so let's shout out. Thank you, Hilton.
Bmobile.
No. First, Hilton. Guardian Media.
Guardian Media.
Shout out to them. So you're actually going to see us do some radio interviews, Business Guardian, and a couple other radio spots. Thank you to Guardian Life.
Yes.
Shout out to Candice. Thank you to
Massy,
to Bmobile, to Amplia, to Brian PI, who was the
to be
first person.
specific motors, so that's
Massy
Massy
Motors.
motors. So, yeah.
To Brian PI, they were the first people to reach out and tell us yes.
GISCAD.
GISCAD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is it. So,
Yeah.
and EXCO.
And EXCO.
So yeah, so thank you very much to everybody, and we are genuinely looking forward. So as I told you all, I'm sorry, but from now to the 15th, only content you're gonna see. I might jump on some other stuff, but it's only gonna be about sales. Sorry, nothing else. It's just sales. Just sales. And more sales. All right, folks. Have a good one.
Take care. Peace.